So I wanted to take a few minutes with this video to talk about 3 interesting PlayStation 5 stories, and if you could hit that like button on the video, thank you to those that do it, and as always, it's very much appreciated. Now, the stories I wanted to talk about today includes Capcom possibly being the next company to be acquired, Sony possibly hitting back with their own major FPS franchise, apparently set to come a year after the Call of Duty contract with PlayStation is up, so that's interesting, and Socom possibly set to return. First, yes or no, do you like first-person shooter titles or not? I've never asked this question on here because I guess it's not really something Sony specializes in as of late, but it relates to one of the stories we're going to go over today, and I'm curious how many of you are FPS fans. So comment below, yes or no, if you like FPS games or not. Let me know down in the comments below. Now, diving into the first story of the video, Socom PlayStation 5. So for a long time now, we've been hearing rumors of a potential return to Socom for PlayStation. The last game in the franchise was Socom 4, which released back in 2011, more than a decade ago at this point, which is crazy to say. The rumors have mainly focused on Guerrilla Games being the developer to make it because of the people Sony hired years ago at this point who are still there working on a secret title, Simon LaRouche and Chris Lee. Simon LaRouche worked on Killzone and Rainbow Six Siege in the past, and since 2018, he's been working on a secret project at Guerrilla Games. Chris is more of a focus here in the case of Socom because while he also worked on Rainbow Six Siege, he worked on Socom Fireteam Bravo, Socom 3 Confrontation, and Socom Tactical Strike. This is the reason rumors have been floating around that these guys have been working on a Killzone online game or Socom online game since 2018. Considering it's been 4 years plus at this point, I think this game is more than just an online title, but we'll have to wait and see on that. Now, in terms of today's news, we have Colin Moriarty, formerly from IGN, but for a long time now, he's been on his own thing with Last Media Stand. He has a Discord group, and in that group, they were discussing classic Sony franchises, and someone asked Colin if Socom would ever make a return, and Colin simply said, Socom will come back. Not a lot of people talking about this part, but he also says Resistance and Motorstorm are the only IP from that era you will ever see again, which sounds like he's saying those are returning as well. In Motorstorm's case, we do have the rumor of Lucid Games possibly making that, but I don't think we've heard a rumor of Resistance coming back. But here's the thing on this all. Colin didn't actually confirm it. This apparently was a conversation on his Discord, not him confirming anything. He also said this on Discord, which isn't making the rounds at all. I'm not sure why. Well, obviously you know why, but this is another part of it. Stop screen capping what I say here. You heard us and me when you take something out of context and put it out there. I will stop posting here if it happens again. I mean it. Now I'm going to have people tell me for years I said Socom, Motorstorm, and Resistance are coming back when I was actually speaking in the grander scheme of IP management. It's not fair to do that to me, so stop. So there you go. He didn't confirm anything. That's it there. Now again, Guerrilla Games is working on something, and everything I said before the Colin story still stands. There's also the matter of Sony confirming they're working on 10 live service games set to release by 2026. So we'll see what Guerrilla Games is actually working on, and hopefully we get a reveal this year because it's been 4 years. Now diving into the second story of the video, Sony's Call of Duty killers. So one of the things I've said in regards to the acquisition of Activision by Microsoft is Sony has time to build something of their own if Microsoft potentially pulls the games exclusively after the contract is up, which we know now looks to be 2024. That year's Call of Duty, we don't know if it'll come to PlayStation. Just the Call of Duty games set to come out this year and next year. Interestingly enough, we're hearing Deviation Games title is set to come out that year, 2024. Reading from segment next, the rumor mill has allegedly churned new details about the new PlayStation exclusive intellectual property, which developer Deviation Games has been working on for a couple of years now. Taking to Twitter earlier today, leaker Oops Leaks claimed the in-development project to be a world-class first-person shooter, which will be supported by Deviation Games for years to come. The suggested live service support will include several game modes on top of heavily story-driven single-player campaigns and multiplayer aimed both for arcade modes and competitive ones. While everything is subject to change at the time of writing, Deviation Games is said to be planning its first reveal by the end of the year, with the unnamed first-person shooter releasing exclusively for PlayStation 5 somewhere in 2024, provided that there are no delays. So, in terms of official information, we know that Deviation Games has been in pre-production for the last year and a half and only really started to go into full production this year, 2022. We've seen job listings mentioning action adventure RPG, single player / multiplayer, and co-op. We also know that they opened up a new studio in Canada to probably push development further. Now, the reason it makes sense this is an FPS title is because the founders of the studio includes Dave Anthony and Jason Blundell, who both worked on the Call of Duty franchise, and Jason was one of the creators of Call of Duty Zombies. And considering how Oops Leaks describes this upcoming game with multiple campaigns, arcade and competitive modes, etc., it sounds like something to overtake the yearly COD releases. But you guys let me know if you're interested in what Deviation Games is making or not. Let me know down in the comments below. And now diving into the final story of the video, Capcom potentially to be the next company acquired. So this was an interesting take I've seen from people because I didn't personally see it like this originally, but it does make some sense. Let's get into the first part of the story and then move from there. Reading from VGC, Video Game Chronicle, Saudia's sovereign wealth, Saudia by the way is just Saudi Arabia in Arabic, Saudia's sovereign wealth fund has invested in Capcom and South Korean online games publisher Nexon to the tune of over $1 billion. Bloomberg reports that the nation's public investment fund has been used to invest stakes of more than 5% in both Capcom and Nexon. This is the latest in a series of investments in video game and esports companies that Saudi Arabia, has been making in recent years. In December 2020, the fund acquired over $3 billion worth of stock in Activision Blizzard, Electronic Arts, and Take-Two. It's set to receive a profit on part of the investment if Microsoft's acquisition of Activision Blizzard is successfully completed, as the deal will see all shares bought out for $95, whereas throughout December 2020, the price ranged from $79 to $91 per share, and now it's $95 if that deal goes through. So they're investing, Saudia is investing in specific companies, and the take I've seen from people is that this is possibly them investing and making money off the acquisition trend going on right now. They invested in Activision and they got bought out or in the process of being bought out. Electronic Arts and Take-Two were guesses for being bought out, but as of right now, nothing has happened for either of those. The idea here is that now they're investing in Capcom because they believe they're also going to be possibly bought out sometime soon. We know more buyouts are coming this year, so it'll be interesting if Capcom is one of them. We're talking about Resident Evil, Street Fighter, Devil May Cry, Mega Man, and a lot of other franchises as well. But you guys let me know if you see Capcom being the next company to be bought out or not. Let me know down in the comments below. And if you guys did enjoy this video, please hit that like button, as it always helps, and subscribe if you're new. I got new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And now I'll check you guys out on the next one. And welcome back to the after show. This is the part of the video where we have a little fun down in the comments below. If you're old, welcome back. If you're new, welcome. For today's thing, what I want you guys to do is to body, obliterate, destroy, and overall harass the comment section with Revive the Classics Sony. Obviously, this is in reference to Sony hopefully bringing back franchises like Socom, Resistance, Motorstorm, Killzone, all of those great franchises. I love new games, but I miss those franchises, man. It's been a long time since we've gotten anything from any of them. So if you hope Sony brings any of them back, destroy the comment section with Revive the Classic Sony, and I'll definitely heart those comments like I always do because I appreciate everybody who stays at the end of my videos. And now I'll check you guys out on the next one.